Hello everyone, and welcome to Just A GearHead. In today's episode, we're going to build an exhaust and hopefully do the ham break-in on the 77 Century. Stay tuned. So in the last episode, I managed to get the Century running finally, but it doesn't have any exhaust on it, so it was quite loud and the microphone didn't like it. Since then, I've topped up some of the coolant and added some more transmission ATF and bought some gasoline and put some gas in it. So hopefully we can get to breaking in this ham. Also in the last episode, I'd like to put some exhaust on it before I do that. So we're going to start by building ourselves some custom exhaust here. So this is what I have to build an exhaust out of. I have the connectors from the headers that go from 3" down to 2.5 inch. Some random bits of 2.5 inch exhaust pipe that I got from tuning the tire. A couple of cherry bomb turbo mufflers and a couple of chrome tips. So hopefully we can work something out of all of this, or make something out of all of this. And this is just the hardware to attach the collectors to the headers. So what I'm thinking is something along these lines, something just simple and straight out. I do have a couple of hangers to put at the back to hold it up. So we'll start fitting it around underneath there and see how it goes. Probably not a lot of filming I can do under there, so might come back after I have it figured out, maybe tacked together or whatever. Alright, well we put the collectors on, and obviously, or the extensions or whatever you call these. This one may just here, if I do that, maybe with a hammer. That one over there is going to be a problem. The transmission cross member is obviously in the way. Yeah, so I'll have to fiddle with this for a little bit. Alright, so this is sort of what I come up with. We have the header and then the extension off the header. I put in a little piece of pipe there. Then our cherry bomb turbo muffler, a length of pipe, 45 piece of pipe, and the chrome tip, which comes out right in front of the rear tire. There is still a little wiggle because I don't have a hanger in yet. None of this is even tacked except for the one piece up at the front there. The rest of it's all just loose. And this is held on with a nut and bolt, so I can adjust the length on it if I want, and I can pull it out a little if I want. But yeah, that is probably what we're going to have for exhaust. And in there, the lower control arm does not interfere with the exhaust. It doesn't. The angle makes it go past without interfering with it. So nothing should bang or anything. Alright, so I'm going to tack and weld all this and get that hanger put in place somehow. Not sure where I'm going to put that exactly. I have to find a place where I can weld it to the floor or to the frame or something. All tacked together, up there, back there, and I got the hanger tacked on and bolted to the frame up here. There we go. It does have that little piece of rubber there, so there is a little bit of a bounce to it. Hopefully it doesn't make noise. If it does become an issue, I know I just pop that off and put in a solid one. As for the tip, I'm not sure if I'm going to run it sideways like that, or if I'm just one-handed, or if I should run it that way. That doesn't look too bad. It just sticks out a little bit. And I can always slide it in some if I want. But I'll think about that too. Let me know what you guys think. Should it be like this or turn the other way? pull it off, weld it all up, and start trying to figure out the other side. Still not sure what I really have to do about that cross member. I'm going to start fiddling with that yet. Alright, there, it's all welded up and in place. Ignore my questionable welds. Got it going. And once I dig up all the bolts nice and tight, it doesn't move hardly at all. So I don't think that would be a problem after all. Now, I have to do the other side and figure out what I'm going to do about that cross brace. Probably have to cut it. Maybe weld in a piece. Let's see. Alright, so here's the driver's side, and there's the problem. As you can see, the pipe goes directly at the cross member, and that's for me an issue. I tried hitting it with a hammer, did absolutely nothing. I don't have a torch where I can heat it up and bend it, so that leaves cutting it out and notching it. So I think I'm going to do is try to see if I can just cut a section out of the bottom and get enough clearance that way. Or actually what I might do is, let's see what I have for material. I might put a brace on the top, weld it in, and then cut the bottom out. I'll see what I have for material. Alright, so ignore my welds, they're not great. I had made a couple of passes because the transmission cross brace is rounded and the square tube up there has rounded corners, so I kind of had to fill in the gap with it, so I just kind of built it up. So it's a little ugly, but it's plenty strong. That is a piece of, I think it's 3/8 wall, or no, 3/16. Yeah, it's either like 3/16 or 1/4 inch wall rectangular tube. So it's plenty strong for what we're doing. I kind of overbuilt it a bit. So now I'm just going to notch out this bottom, just barely enough, hopefully, to make the exhaust pass through. So there we got it notched out. We got a piece of pipe on. Now we just got to build the rest to match the other side. There's the driver's side done as well, basically the same way. I decided to have them put like this for now. I know this is supposed to be like a drain for condensation or something, and I guess I should drill one there if I really wanted to, but I'm not too concerned about it at the moment. But I think I like the way that looks. I can't really see it there, but there we go. Yeah, I like the way that looks better than the other way, so we're going to run it like that for a while. Let me know what you guys think about that. And I think we'll start her up and see what she sounds like. pretty at the moment. So there we go. That'll be it for today. So I think tomorrow we'll come out and do the ham break-in on it. But anyways, see you in the morning. So it's the next day. It's only like 1 degree out here today, so it's quite cold. And we're going to try to do the ham break-in on the motor. We do have one small issue I'll show you. Yesterday a couple of these wires were a little tight, so yesterday I was sitting here trying to move them around a little bit, and this one came apart. The connector in there is still on the spark plug. So I have the old set here, so I'm going to pull one of the wires out of there and throw it on there. It's not a big deal. And then we'll start it up and start the ham break-in. Got the new wire in. We're going to start it up. According to the Comp Ham's instructions, they want me to run it at 30 minutes for 30 minutes at between 2,000 and 2,500 RPM. So I'm going to do this, and we're going to start it up, and then I'm going to turn in the idle screw until I can set for about 2,500, and I'm supposed to run it for 30 minutes. I have the funnel in for the transmission because I'm going to fill up some more ATF in there, and have the cap off on the radiator so I can make sure the water pump's pumping and that the new thermostat opens. And then I can also top up the coolant, because that's probably going to end up lowering once it opens up. Anyways, let's see if she'll start up. It's pretty cold, like I said, so I'm not taking a fire to the other actually fire up. Come on, no. There we go. Well, that'll warm up a bit. Now I'm ready for yours, yeah. So that was 30 minutes. Adjusted the RPM up and down a few times as per the instructions, keeping it between 2,000 and 2,500 RPM. Now I'll let it cool down. They do suggest to do an oil change on it right afterwards, so I'll probably have to do that and get rid of all that new oil and new filter I just put on and put new ones on. Can't really take it for a spin yet because I haven't put the seats back in and whatnot, but the whole time it was running it stayed below Well, the range is up high enough, so I just turn it off, but it stayed between like 165 and 170 for temperature the whole time, which is good, as I put in a 160 thermostat, I think. Plenty of volts, plenty of oil pressure. So yeah, everything seems to be okay there. I did notice that after all that effort, I still have a bit of an oil leak. I believe it's coming from the back of this valve cover, which is really annoying because this is new valve cover, new gasket, and new bolts and hardware. So I'm not sure why it's still leaking, so I'll have to look into that. That'll be it for this episode of Just A GearHead. So it's running, it's broken in, it's ready to roll pretty much. Just have to get the seats in it and whatnot. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys want t-shirts or other merchandise, please check out the link to my Redbubble page in the description below. And thanks again, and we'll see you next time.